Alrighty folks, so last night over on BBC Radio 1, Bad Omens debuted their new single, the third single of we know a tentative album that's coming out. Now, Sebastian also gave us some information about that album as well, which we'll come back to a little bit later on. But rather than fuck about, I think we should just watch it. So, should we take a look at Bad Omens' new single? From Bad Omens, soon to be released, we don't actually know when. New album, this is Bad Omens, Dying to Love. Oh, so this is a continuation of the... Oh yeah, it is Deftones. Loves a turtleneck. Very low in his register. Oh, this might be a bit of me, this one. Oh, it's a dark pop song. A bit new metal as well. Oh, fuck yeah. Great production elements of that. Yep. I'm in. What's the breakdown going to be? What's the scream going to be? There's something brewing. It's like shoegaze and new metal. Yeah. Right back and listening to 2000s new metal there. It's a great chorus. Very well produced. Hang on. That's the same. Fucking Tesseract is back. Okay, so first impressions on that. Very, shoegazy, then new metal, but even just the choice of chords, the musicality in the guitar is Deftones, but that's a pop chorus. That's a brilliant chorus, and we've gone back to the Nirvana Quiet Loud, going down the octave, and that's I don't think I've ever heard Noah Sebastian sing that low in his register, and it gives it this kind of sing quality. It's almost so because it's so low, he uses a little bit more of his if you like his speak sing voice. So he's telling us a story. Oh, I can't wait to go through the lyrics. So yeah, the Door's back. The Door, where does the Door go to? The Door has been prevalent. In fact, that floating thing has been prevalent in a bunch of Sleep Token videos. I'm sure Just Pretend she's floating over the ocean in parts of that as well. Right. Let's take a deeper dive into it. So yeah, proper new metal. I suppose you could call it new metal? Post-rock? So, we had the death of peace of mind, but now we're dying to love. Aren't those two songs almost in opposition in terms of lyrical content? That love was the death of peace of mind, but now I'm dying to love. Quite profound. He's really low. You can hear all of the chest resonance there. That's and also there's loads of effects on that as well that are rounding it off with a bit of chorus, maybe. Obviously there's digital delays, reverb on it. There's a bit of chorus that's giving it that noughties new metal sound there. This is all by design. It's very, very clever. Just leaving space for the drums and the vocals. Still in his lower register. Loads of cry and vocals as well. Oh, I love that production. The cuts, the gaps it leaves. Right, so we've gone for a fairly standard down the octave verse, down the octave build, into a few stops on the floor tom and the snare, going into "Have Been," and he places it, so that comes in before anything else. It's a pop style, pop sensibility to bring that note in to go. We're hitting, because in a club, right? If you were dancing to this, if we were a metal fucking club on a Friday night, everybody's going to stop and everybody's going to put their hands in the air and they're all going to sing, like at festivals, like at gigs, they're all going to sing "I've Been," because that's where he places the chorus before it arrives. This is excellent. It's also the Deftones thing is it goes down a semitone and leans into it, which gives us the kind of horror movie feel a little bit to it. It makes me think of horror movies when somebody goes slightly, it's almost like going atonal and then bringing it back to the note. Silence holding flowers of deep. They call your name from Ivory streets. But heaven isn't quite what it seems. I've been dying to love, dying to love, dying to love. One more second's enough, second to love, second to love. So he's changing dynamics as well. That second time in the lead into the chorus, he went up the octave before the I've been and the drums went with him. So rather than leaving the space we did for the first chorus, there's a little bit more that links us together because we know what the chorus is now, right? So we've got dying to love, dying to love, dying to love. So we've got like a little bit of the idea of the refrain. So when you go for that second chorus, going up the octave into the lead in gives us like, I don't know, a sense of increased drama. That as well. Second, he does a little flick up onto the alternate higher note there, rather than I think it flicks up onto, I don't know, the major fifth or maybe the octave above, just to add a little bit of variance. I love this when people are writing, and I know a lot of people are like, it's not a pop song. It's a fucking pop song. This is like, we listen, metalcore is pop music. It's accessible. It's accessible metal, and a lot of people don't like it because of that. A lot of people look down and sneer at, what is it called, octane core and all this like radio friendly metal. But I want to hear big choruses sometimes. I want my fucking metal band sometimes to, you know, to turn what would be an E17 song or a Take That song in the 90s or a fucking Katy Perry song or a Taylor Swift song nowadays and just turn everything up to 11. Let's have a big metal pop song. That's what I think Bad Omens are really, really good at, because the majority of the stuff I've heard so far that has been, you know, the big singles has been quite accessible. But if you want to, you can go further into the catalogue for some really fucking heavy stuff.
They circle over the stage. My essence slipping away.
The relative note, brilliant. So that sounds like, and again, whenever at a studio you do a reaction to studio recording or a music video, it sounds like there's a bit of, it sounds like it's a multi-layered scream, actually. So I think live he would probably choose to maybe take either the low fry or the high false chord that he's in there, but it sounds like an amalgamation of screams in this moment. And also, I love the little digitization just before we go into it. Just this little bit of suck, like I said before about in songwriting, sucking all the air out of the song, sucking the air out of the room and making us go, here it comes. It's fucking brilliant. Bad Omens are excellent at that.
They circle over the stage. My essence slipping away.
Great songwriting. He's an animal. No right to be able to sing like that and scream like that. Mental. So SONY metal coded. Now we've got a bit of synth support in the background as well. That might be my favourite bit. Before we get to the end of the song, we'll just go back to that for a second. It's the dying to, like, I don't know, half a beat's rest, a tiny little pause there in the, I think the toms stop as well, and it's like pulling back for a second for the dying to, and then he plants at what wasn't up till that point, so he adds more like distortion to that bit. That's a lovely little bit of the song. POD. Mate, so new metal. Right, before we get to the final shot, one thing I've only just really noticed that I'd like to talk about with Noah Sebastian is the stoicism in his performance. In music videos nowadays, you quite often will see artists look straight down the barrel. Like we've just been watching The Warning last week, and all of that was delivered to the camera that was moving about. It was like eye contact, if you like, over the course of it. Noah Sebastian never really makes eye contact with us. I don't know if I've seen a music video from Bad Omens where he stared directly down the lens, and if he has, there must have been a reason for it. But I kind of like this. Oh, it's almost a dismissive quality that he's so still, and he's almost always so immaculately dressed. He feels a little bit like, I don't know, there's like a military quality to him, like he isn't in charge of ranks of people. It gives him a true star quality, because a lot of times you don't want to when you. This is from from a performance coach thing. Like when you've got young singers, young students, young performers who want to go out there and become rock stars. A lot of time they go, well, I'm going to be engaged with everything, and it's going to be all of this. And sometimes, depending on the genre of music that you're in, or indeed the type of tour that you're on, or the theatre production even that you're doing, that level of disconnect, that level of not making eye contact, that level of like, it's engaging. That's what he is. It's engaging without contact. You're drawn to him because he isn't making eye contact with us during the music video. So that's a rarity. I think that's a rarity. Okay, so the giant floating door amongst a city that's... Well, it's a prison, isn't it? Judging by the fact that how everybody was dressed, it's prison inmates. It feels very Orwellian, actually. It feels a little bit like 1984. So are we to assume that's a door to the afterlife? To another life? That door's been really important so far. Join us when we play What's the Door For, Noah? So, very quickly, before we move on, I'm going to put the graphic up on screen now, but I'm going to read it. So, Noah Sebastian did an interview with BBC Radio 1 as the song was released last night, and this was what he said. So, he was asked, dying to love, but Noah, if there's one thing that people need to know about the song before we press play on it, what is it? And Noah said, it was a one-shot writing session. We wrote it with just vocals and guitar from start to finish, and then built the production around it, which is pretty rare for us. Pretty cool. We were definitely going for a more rock feeling with this song, and I think starting with just vocals and guitar was kind of essential to that, versus building around production. It was kind of written overnight. We stayed up till 5 a.m. working on it, and then ironed out the kinks during the next couple of days. And the other question was, so now I've got to be honest, I'm buzzing to dive into this new Bad Omens album with you. Talk us through it. What's the story you're telling on this one? Noah replied, I don't know. I don't want to give away the whole story because in a way it's still being written, so I can't. And I just want to make sincere music that I enjoy, you know? That's kind of been the motto since day one. I'm just trying to retain integrity, you know? Like, it feels when things get big, whether it's a band or some kind of franchise or restaurant, you feel that quality tends to drop sometimes. Or you get fans like, I was there first before everyone liked it, and I kind of want to retain whatever that magic is. But it's very hard to do at this scale. So there you go. That's what we know about the album, the forthcoming album. Shall we take a quick look at the lyrics? So, the lyrics of Dying to Love. Driving home with nowhere to be. So, driving has already been a little bit of a theme, especially in the music videos. I think for Spectre, we got that driving through the night and seeing ghosts. And incidentally, passing ghosts that tire of sleep. Blurry faces staring at me. They're staring, but they don't see a thing. That has been a theme throughout all of these singles so far, hasn't it? This idea of, as Placebo would call it, sleeping with ghosts. That there's a disconnect here from both the person, the protagonist, driving home with nowhere to be, but passing ghosts that tire of sleep. Now, if they tire of sleep, then surely they want to be awake. So is this an awakening of something that is happening around him? Blurry faces staring at me. Now, they're blurry, obviously, because of the protagonist's view on that. They may not be blurry in themselves, but it may be lack of sleep, tiredness. It may be something like we've talked about before, Hannibal, where there are certain infections and diseases that you can get that cause you to not be able to see properly or be able to make out people's features. And they're staring, but they don't see a thing. So is he invisible? Is he a ghost in himself? So it has written here the pre-chorus, but I believe that this is all the chorus. Well, I've been dying to love, dying to love, dying to love. One more second's enough. Second to love, second to love. So the chorus repeats, and we get that like that plant of, well, I've been dying to love is such a powerful lyric. Dying to know. That's one of the prevalent things that Sleep Token use in their interludes, that we're all dying to know. We're dying to know what the secret is. But no, Sebastian is dying to love. That's giving up that's giving up something in order to achieve something else. One more second's enough. Second to love. Second to love. So is this whole message here that love is the most important thing, that love will keep us together? One more second's enough just to feel love. Maybe if you are expiring from this world and you are becoming a ghost, that one more second to feel an emotion, something that makes you feel alive again. And then we get the repeat. I've been dying to love, dying to love, dying to love. One more second's enough. Second to love, second to love. Verse 2, stepping stones that bloody your feet. So stepping stones are normally over a river. So that's a passage that you have to take, something precarious, and you have to take that path, even if it fucks up your feet. Sirens holding flowers of teeth. You lovely bastard. That's a great lyric. They call your name from ivory streets, so streets that are valuable, that have been taken and not like they're paved with gold. It's not like the Wizard of Oz, but they call your name from ivory streets, from streets that are clean, streets that are white, and potentially ivory is often associated with purity, but heaven isn't quite what it seems. So even in the purity, there is impurity as well. The pure can become impure, or has already become impure. And maybe the protagonist, no, Sebastian, in this, the character, is talking about the fact that even if you, to want of a better term, ascend, that it's going to, everything is not what it seems. To the bridge, they circle over the stain, my essence slipping away, waiting their turn for and so the screamed voice there is taste. They circle over the stain. The stain. Now, I know a lot of the chat have been telling me about Noah Sebastian's past, and that he went through a huge amount of trauma, which it seems there's been brought up on occasion in the singles already, or it's certainly been alluded to. They circle over the stain. Now, a stain on an existence, a stain doesn't have to be something physical on a piece of clothing. A stain can be something like a scar that never heals, a stain that never goes away. So they circle over the stain. My essence, what it is to be me, slipping away, waiting their turn for a taste. So tell me, how does it taste? And was it all worth the wait? So was it worth what it takes 3 questions as part of the bridge there. Tell me, how does it taste? Not me, it. So we're not into a vor situation here. And was it all worth the wait? So, was it worth what it takes? There's a big effort, there is a huge amount of energy that has been used to get to this point. And then we get the pre-chorus of Dying to Love, and we're back into the chorus again to finish the song. I'm really, 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 really happy that we've listened to Bad Omens, because it's been a kind of stylistically not too different from other metalcore bands that I like. But no, Sebastian's voice, I mean, he's on another level right now. So, album coming in the future. No, Sebastian has obviously alluded to a lot of information about that through that interview on Radio 1. So yeah, more to come from Bad Omens, and I can't really wait for this album to drop, because stylistically it's been so interesting so far. Just very, very excited about the future for Bad Omens. Right, guys, on screen now are all of my Ko-fi members, you guys who make it possible for me to be able to make these videos, for me to be able to do all this stream, for me to be able to throw myself into music in a way that I've never really been able to do before, and I'm incredibly grateful. Of course, if you want to like and subscribe and all that shit, I really do. I do appreciate it. I really do. I'm not good with, I'm not good with that. No. So yeah, more Bad Omens by the end of 2025, by the end of 2026. We've had 1 single a month so far, so hopefully we've got more coming. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this, and I shall see you for the next one.